El ladrido causará más ladridos todavía, ¿cierto? ¿Cierto, Magüen? Usted sabe. ¡Upa! Va. Vamos a ver un poquito más el volumen del juego, yo creo. Por ahí más o menos. Bueno, nos queda solamente hacer la última misión del evento, que no lo hice. Ya sabía que no tenía que pasar por aquí.
Hey, youngling, we're here! Traveler, Paimon, did you hear the news? I made it through the selections for Masterful Chefs!
Ah, nice!
Really? Woohoo! That's great!
You're the best!
It was a total breeze. I wasn't even trying. But a true champion never rests on their laurels. I'm still gonna need your help to prepare for the competition. I made a few new test dishes, and I was hoping everyone could try them and give some feedback. Traveler, you want to be the first?
Qué pena, acabamos de comer. Aunque no me traí una mordidita.
Oh, yeah, we did. And anyway, we get to eat your food all the time, so we're biased. You should find some other people this time, just to play it safe. Good idea. Okay, let me think. Let's get Beto to try it first. Beto! Yep, you can definitely trust her opinion. Let's go find her. Right now, she should be down at the docks. Let me box up this food real quick, then we can head on down.
Pues ahí habrá que buscar a Beidou entonces. Voy a poner al viajero por si acaso.
There's still a long road ahead.
Sí. Sí, Restarted, sí. La voluntad de la pirata, lo más seguro es que le gustará la comida. Ah, todo esto, pero ni siquiera puse la cocina. Ah, me falta uno de las misiones de... ¿Cómo se llama esto? De prestigio en Inazuma. Después lo hago. Ah, mira con quién está.
Beto, ahoy! Hey, look, who's she with? Hi, Beto. Hi, Xinyan. Are we interrupting anything?
Xiangling, woman of the hour. We were just talking about you.
Justito.
Beto was saying you and I should get ourselves on board sometime. Says the whole crew's been asking for us.
Xinyan. Al fin hace su aparición.
We go way back.
El Locachi, ¿cómo estamos? Restarte, ¿cómo les va,
chiquillos? Customers, and I've helped out in the kitchen on board Beto's ship in the past.
Recently,
Xinyan's been planning to do a show on board, too.
That's the plan. Good music's meant for sharing. You guys should check it out sometime.
Will do. But I came here today because I made it into the Masterful Chef's finals, and I was just trying out some new dishes to bring to the competition. Can you have a little taste and give me some feedback?
Mm-hmm.
Sure, beats drinking on an empty stomach.
Oh, about time. I'm starving over here. Let's see what you got.
Que se comiera la comida.
Oh, man. This chicken foo young's tasting awesome.
Oh, this food is too good for me to be soaking up the alcohol with.
Me dice que tengo que salir 2 veces de por sí. Ese es el tipo de amigos que quieres en la vida.
Only thing is you've got 3 dishes here. Chicken fuyang, come and get it, and crystal shrimp, and they all taste kind of refreshing.
¿Por ello?
Is refreshing really a flavor?
When you spend all your time at sea, you don't have a lot of choice when it comes to food. Especially on the longer voyages where you've got to stretch out your rations as far as you can. First thing you want to do when you get
Gracias,
back on
por
dry
ese follow.
land is dig into a nice hot meal that's swimming in oil and has a ton of flavor.
Querida Paltagot, ¿puedes usar un 1% de tu poder para arreglar WhatsApp y Face? No, yo no puedo hacer eso. No se me da con esas cosas. Para esas cosas yo prefiero arreglar cosas más importantes que ir para las redes sociales y cosas. Pero ya se va a arreglar. Hay que solamente esperar. Hay que ser pacientes, chiquillos. Mientras tanto, sabría que cualquier comunicación tendría que ser por Twitter. No. Sí, por Twitter de hecho. Por Twitter o Discord, no sé. Le da medio. Sí, posiblemente podría. Sí, porque podría borrar el Face así de repente. Y... Sí, de hecho no es solo Face, también Instagram está para la corneta.
That's the exact opposite of Ningguang's tastes.
Oh, sure is. Beto's tastes are pretty similar to mine and Xiangling's.
Ugh, Ningguang. I am sick of hearing that name. Our tastes couldn't be more different. You'll never find us eating the same bowl of food.
Temas de comida.
Last time when you were chatting with her, Paimon thought you two seemed to get along just fine.
We're evenly matched. Guess that makes us equals. But I'm sorry, limp cabbage leaves are never gonna do it for me.
Oh, I hear ya. Steamed cabbage and broth might be upper class and look fancy and all, but man, is it boring. It's never gonna give you that
Repollo al
flavor
vapor.
explosion you get with some of the other dishes out there.
Suena tan desabrido.
So, Xinyan, are these dishes too mild for you too?
Well, not so much mild. I just think you maybe missed a beat somewhere.
Exactly. This is some fine cooking, no question about that. But if this is for a competition, it needs more... oomph.
Beat?
¿No empujo?
Are we sure these terms apply to cooking?
Que comamos charquijas, dice.
Beat, yeah. You know what a beat is? I only know music, though. I'm nowhere near your level when it comes to cooking, so don't mind me if it doesn't make much sense.
No, bocache, eso es mucho. Hasta borrar Twitter. Si fue mala idea de mi parte o todo. Pero Cocachi, no se haga de adulador. Sé que quiere algo, yo lo sé.
No, you're both completely right. Beat and oomph.
Aunque esta conversación de comida me
I
va a
actually
terminar
thought as much while
antojando.
I was cooking them. Even though this was a brand new combination, it still felt like I was missing that one thing that'll seal the deal. You know, really push it over the finish line. Seems like she's found her muse. Does
Gouba?
that mean music theory is compatible with cooking?
Tan compatible como nosotros dos.
Hey! Paimon didn't quite get the implication, but Paimon can tell when you're being a meanie. Okay, I think I know what I need to do. Great! So this went really well.
Don't hold back, just get out there and do your thing. You're a pro, Xiangling, and you've totally got this. Hands down best chef in Liyue Harbor. Ain't that right, Beto?
Well, I think so anyway. More than any other chef. And there ain't a whole lot of people I'd be willing to say that about.
I'll do my best. Thanks, everyone.
All right, we'll leave you to it. I'm gonna take Xinyan on board for a while.
Ahora entiendo el cómo Xinyan había llegado a
They both had
Inazuma.
pretty strong taste. You sure that won't be a problem? Shouldn't we get a second opinion from someone with milder tastes? That's a good point. Beto likes her greasy stir-fries, and Xinyan can really handle her spice. Yeah, we should get another opinion.
¿Qué pasa, Restarte? ¿Por qué ese asombro? Un humilde mortal como yo, ya no hay nada que yo quiera. ¿Qué? Acabo de jugar una partida de LOL de 5 minutos. ¡5 minutos, weón! Estuviste jugando URF, ¿no? Porque esa cuestión era imposible con una surrender.
Now, who do we know whose tastes are on the mild side? Traveler, any suggestions?
Con gustos suaves. Cierta persona se me viene a la mente de nuevo.
Who?
Ya sabes, tofu de almendras.
Oh, right! Makes sense! So, back to Wangshu Inn?
El mismísimo.
Who is it?
Fue una partida normal. Todo el equipo enemigo se quedó AFK. ¿What? Ni acabé mi... ¿Por qué? ¿Qué pasó ahí? ¿No hubo discusión al respecto?
Someone you just missed last time we were there.
No necesitamos ir a la posada Wangshu.
Huh? Oh, Paimon remembers! He said that we just need to speak his name and poof, he'll show up.
Yes.
Will he definitely hear us saying his name though? Maybe we should find somewhere quieter.
Eso sí. ¿Por qué para ¿Por qué para su render hasta 15 minutos? ¿Sí, po? Esto mismo me pregunto yo, porque... ¿no debería ser así? Literal, 3 se quedaron FK y el equipo enemigo dijo, ya ni modo, y para su render. Puta la wea. Bueno, al menos ganaron la partida, supongo.
Okay, let's take turns shouting his name.
Te dejan de hacer su render más temprano cuando no hay alguien. Ah, sí, esos son... Eso ya sería como rehacer la partida, por así decirlo.
Do I need to do this too? Hyman's going first. Ahem. Ciao!
No sé si se puede hacer más
nothing's
temprano,
happening.
pero eso es cuando ya hay casos de AFK más graves.
Let me try again. Ciao!
Pero Paimon, cálmate.
That's weird. Does he not want to hang out with us? Wait, so let me get this straight. Some guy with special powers promised you both that you just need to shout his name and he'll show up?
¡Vete a la verga! 3 minutos durando la partida. Ah, la miércoles, no. Las partidas que te estáis tomando, restarte, ¿eh?
Well, not both actually, just one of us.
Me lo prometió a mí.
Oh, right. Well, you should be the one to try it then. Paimon clearly just doesn't want to feel left
Espera un
out.
momento. Posiblemente habrá ruido de fondo, así que aguante un poquito. Jungla, top y ADC AFK deberían haber sido... ¿Cómo se dice esto? Premada, y de repente a los 3 se les cayó. Ya. Ahora sí, volviendo a retomar esto.
Okay then.
Vamos a llamarlo. Xiao, ¿está ahí?
You called?
¿Qué necesitas?
Whoa! He actually came!
You spoke my name, did you not?
No pensé que realmente funcionaría.
When I make you a promise, I will honor it.
Blink of an eye and poof! He's there! That's how you know he's
No,
an
Paimon, no sé qué... No... A ti no te funciona, a mí sí.
An adeptus? Xiao, was it? Hi there. It was me who asked the traveler to call you here. My name's Xiangling. I'm a chef. I've made it into the finals of this year's Masterful Chefs, and I'm testing some dishes out in preparation. I'm trying to get feedback from customers with all different tastes.
Customers. And that includes me?
Uh-huh. The traveler says you prefer mild
Para
food.
Argentina.
Just the kind of person I'm looking for. If you don't mind, I'd like you to try the dishes I've made and tell me your thoughts.
Valoramos tu opinión, Xiao.
Since it's you, I will do it.
Yay! How is it? Are you sure you can eat it? Don't force yourself.
Tastes pretty good.
Huh? Really? I can't believe it. An Adeptus says he likes my cooking. If my dad was here, he'd be crying tears of joy.
You excel in the culinary arts. I'm reminded of another chef I know. That chef cooks dishes with soul, as do you. Both of you are masters of your craft.
Who do you think he means? Smiley Yanxiao?
This is Jen Xiao.
If I had to find fault with something, the two sides are a little strong for my taste. Some minor adjustments would take this dish from excellence to perfection. Just my own opinion. Do not fixate on it. Take it or leave it as you see fit.
All right, go easy on the sides. Okay, I got it. Thank you, Adeptus friend. It was really great to meet you.
I'll be leaving now.
Gracias.
See you next time.
Paimon still can't believe he actually came. So, what
La
would
personalidad
happen
de
if
Xiao,
we called
¿sí?
his name again now? Do you think he'd come back right away?
Paimon, nos vamos a hacer eso.
Only kinda, maybe, not really joking. Jeez.
Pero Gouba, ¿por qué está llorando?
After 2 rounds of taste testing, I've had an idea on what to do next. Great! Lucky we picked the right people to talk to. I'd better head back and try this out a few times while it's fresh in my mind. Thanks for your help. Oh, and the final is in Yujing Terrace. You better come and watch. Will do. Good luck.
Lo harás muy bien.
You bet.
Espera que comience la competición entre las 10 y las 2 para el siguiente día. Mejor un acompañamiento de palta. Algunas veces sí, la palta puede ser un buen acompañamiento suave. Rica en potasio, pero ocache que no soy una banana. A menos que la palta tenga potasio. Hablando de comida, me falta pescado. El camarón, ya compré unas raciones. ¿Qué onda, Zaffer? Estamos sin redes sociales, lo sé, Zaffer. Lamentablemente habrá que aguantarse un por ratito. Por el momento solo nos queda YouTube y Twitter nada más. No pude trabajar. Ay, verdad que necesité las redes sociales para mensajear igual. Creo o no. No me acuerdo muy bien. Bueno, nada que hacerle. Esto va a ser un stream largo. Después de esto yo creo que me voy a pasar al... ¿Cómo se llama? Al Metroid. Y Antonio, bienvenido en todo caso. Tristemente solo WhatsApp y Telegram. Ah, sí. Sobre todo. WhatsApp no funciona. Twitter solamente. Telegram es muy peligroso, sí. Mucho más peligroso que WhatsApp de por sí. Ah, todo esto. Espera la que comienza a competir. Precisamente las 10 a las 14. A menos que sea el siguiente día. Ay, que de verdad que habrá que hacerlo, no. Habrá que esperar un día entero para esto. ¿Cuándo sale Jutao? Diría que un mes. Conociendo la duración de los banners, diría un mes. Porque el que primero que viene sería Tartaglia. Tartaglia y después viene...
Competition venue. It should be starting soon.
Y después viene Jutao con Toma.
I'm so excited.
¡Vamos a comer!
My body is ready.
¡Vamos a comer! ¡Vamos a comer! Podría tirar un TP, pero no. Allí arriba no hay TP. La parte de arriba del Lille. De hecho, tengo que cambiar de personaje. De este.
I'll bring my seasonings.
Por si acaso. A ver, voy a aprovechar de recoger las cosas acá. ¿No me has pescado? No. Porque siempre se obtiene pescado gratis aquí. Qué bueno que el gato ya anda en presencial. Tanto así, yo creo que Ilian no quería trabajar de manera presencial. Quería seguir con las clases en línea. Janfei. Ah, Janfei también es como la parte del jurado, al parecer.
Welcome, everyone, to the Masterful Chef's Final. At the appointment of this organizing committee, I am your host and officiator, Yenfei.
Lo más seguro que te la estará pasando muy mal, como no puede comunicarse por Facebook. No puede utilizar tampoco Discord.
Hey, Yenfei's here too! This event is brought to you by the Liyue Qixing in collaboration with a number of participating enterprises. The competition is divided into the selections phase and the finals.
Empezó la cocina de hierro de Liyue.
We saw many contestants from all over Liyue in the selections process, and all of them were outstanding chefs in their own right. Of those, the 2 strongest participants were put through to today's finals. In just a few short moments, the finals will take place right here before your very eyes. As the officiator, it is my honor and privilege to represent the organizing committee and indeed the people of Liyue in overseeing today's proceedings.
Sepo, Janfei sabe de derechos.
Next, please allow
Y de
me to
izquierdos.
introduce the judges. There will be a select panel and an audience panel. The 3 members of the select panel are the Tianquan, Lady Ningguang, the Yuheng, Lady Keqing, and last but not least, gourmet connoisseur, Uncle Tian. In addition to these 3, 10 judges will be chosen from among the audience to sample our contestants' dishes and cast their vote. That makes a total of 13 judges with 13 votes between them. Each judge will vote for their preferred finalist, and the one who receives the most votes will be today's winner. It's all so exciting! And now, please join me in welcoming our 2 contestants into the arena. Come on out! To my left, a competition favorite down from Dihua. Life's harsh when you live on a marsh, but this kitchen ace will put a smile on your face. Please welcome Smiley Yanxiao.
Hi, everyone.
Whoa! Yanxiao made it into the finals too! But what's up with him? He seems really nervous.
Bueno, es un gran evento. Es normal que uno esté nervioso de por sí. Yo también me pondría nervioso si tuviera que presentarme ante todos.
Yanxiao! Chin up! Shoulders back! Everyone from the inn is super proud of you!
Huh? Oh.
And to my right, a stalwart of Liyue Harbor culinary scene, a little feisty with a whole lot of spicy. Give it up for Xiangling! And her mysterious assistant, who knows who?
Se llama Gouba.
Hi, my nose. It's Gouba. Hey, everybody. I'll do my best. Contestants, please repeat after me.
No se acordaron de su
As a
nombre.
finalist in Masterful Chefs, I solemnly swear to commit myself fully, compete fairly, and abide by all competition procedures. As a finalist in Masterful Chefs, I solemnly swear to commit
Mhm.
myself fully, compete fairly, and abide by all competition procedures.
As a finalist in Masterful Chefs, I solemnly swear to commit myself fully, compete fairly, and abide by all competition procedures.
And I, for my part, promise to uphold the principles of fairness, impartiality, and transparency in my officiation of the
Por
proceedings.
eso era mejor no hacerlo.
Now, I will hand things over to the select panel judge, Ningguang, for the announcement of today's theme.
Thank you all for being here today at the Masterful Chefs Finals. I am the Tianquan Ningguang. The organizers have chosen the theme for today's event, and that theme is of Earth and Waterborn.
Of earth and waterborn. Just like the Feast of Bounteous Land. It really captures the spirit of this year's Moon Chase Festival. It's like surf and turf, but the deep and meaningful version.
The rules are simple. The one who receives the most votes wins. Tailor your dishes to the judges' preferences, or win over the audience with your originality. The choice is yours. Well then, I look forward to both of your contributions.
Contestants will have 1 hour of cooking time available and may only use ingredients provided by the organizers in their dishes. I trust this is no problem. Okay, without further ado, let the cooking commence. Begin.
Time to pull out all the stops. Show everyone why you're the best. Traveler, Paimon. Thanks for coming to support me. Don't you worry. I'm gonna make this the best tasting dish I've ever cooked. Light it up! Light it up! First things first, get the stove on.
Ay, tengo que usar a Chanli, man. La sal. Haz unos camarones cristal deliciosos. Camarones cristal. ¿Cuáles son los camarones cristal? Camarón salteado de... ¿Cuál es el camarón cristal? Receta, plato de vida, aventura. Sopa de pescado, tiras, astillitas salteadas, sopa tostada de estofado, cangrejo, pastelito cangrejo. Pastelillo... Ay, no sé cuál es.
Triple layered consomme is pretty bland to begin with, and I can't have two sides with the same texture. Luckily, the organizers have provided.
Este lo voy a tirar para abajo. No sirve. ¿Cierto?
Ah, ya tenía los platos.
Oh, Yinxiao! He doesn't look so good.
Pollo yuyun. Ah, ya tenían los platos, chucha.
Whoa, what's this? Hold up. Things are taking an unexpected turn on the Masterful Chef stage.
¿Qué pasó?
Xiangling's mysterious assistant appears to be aiding her opponent. Judges, are we going to allow this? We knew in advance that Xiangling would be accompanied by a mysterious assistant, and the judges agreed that the two could be classed as one individual for the purposes of the competition. But what do we say to this?
I take no issue with it. In any case, the assistant hasn't done much in the way of assisting.
Espérenme un momentito, chiquillos, ya vengo. Que tengo que resolver unos temas. Perdón por eso, pero hubo mucha interrupción por nimiedades. Volvamos a lo que estaba.
No competition would be complete without a little drama. The part of being young. I won't be the old fogey that ruins it for them.
Ese Gouba es un travieso.
Please allow me to explain to our host. Prior to the competition, the judges reviewed both contestants, and we can comfortably confirm that neither side is participating in a way that
Al menos se lo están
contravenes the
permitiendo.
competition rules. Xiangling is a highly accomplished chef, and her assistant is more like family to her. Xiangling prepares all of her own dishes herself. All that her assistant will do is occasionally provide a fire source. Given Xiangling's level of culinary skill, the difference between her using firewood or her assistant is a trivial one. I appreciate everyone's concerns. The presence of a mysterious assistant performing strange dance moves to cheerlead for Xiangling is a little unexpected. But the mysterious
Cierto.
assistant has now started cheerleading for Smiley Yenshao too, demonstrating total impartiality. By encouraging both Xiangling and her opponents,
Aunque creo que esta conversación
they have
está,
proven to be a fair
es demasiado
supporter.
innecesaria para la inclusión de Gouba.
Gouba's not really outside help. Gouba just likes to watch people cook. And I'm sure the only reason they went over there is to try to help Yenshao feel less nervous. I give you all my word, Gouba will not interfere with the competition. And I would also say that it's a loss to the competition if Yenshao isn't at the top of his form.
Espero.
I say that as someone who's eaten Yenshao's cooking at Wang Shuin before. He is an excellent chef, and I want this to be a competition between the best we both have to bring.
I see. Most amusing. Uncle Tian, what's your opinion?
I have no objections. It's an honor and a privilege to see two contestants so dedicated to having a fair and square contest.
The judges and the officiator accept this explanation. Let the competition continue.
Ok.
Yenshao, are you alright?
I don't know what's wrong with me. I've never been so nervous in my life. Look, my hands won't stop shaking.
Take it easy. I've been there before. I can help. Try saying a tongue twister to yourself in your head. Or think of some happy memories about your dad.
Why my dad? That's a bit specific.
'Cause that's what I do.
Gouba.
I guess I'll think of my mom then. Anyway, you should carry on. I'll be fine. Don't hold up your own dishes on my account.
Segundo
Nothing's
Shiny
being
con
held up.
Cubone.
I'm finished already.
Nice.
Huh? Oh, right. Then I need to focus up and win this thing.
Hablando de intrusa.
Here you go. That's the attitude we want. You're a very
Bueno,
capable
chica, tenía
chef,
que venir para acá.
Yenshao. So come on, show everyone what you're
Vaya
made
nomás,
of.
Kachi.
Just like you showed us last time at Wang Shuin.
Salta
Yes.
su partida.
You're right. I can do this. I can do this. Thank you, Xiangling. And thanks to your, well, thanks. Time for me to get cooking.
En todo caso, ¿Gouba es un mapache? ¿Un tejón?
Time's up! Both contestants have now finished cooking. I would like to invite them to present their dishes to the judges for evaluation. We will proceed in the order that the contestants finished. Xiangling, please describe your dish.
My dish is Jiyun chili chicken with sides of triple-layered consomme and crystal shrimp. The theme is of earth and waterborne, which includes land and sea. In other words, land animals, fowl, and seafood are all potential ingredients. My main dish, Jiyun chili chicken, is a combination of fowl and chilies. Jiyun chilies capture the essence of the mountains where they grow, and fowl is a gift from the heavens. Triple-layered consomme also uses fowl, and its other ingredients are ham and bamboo shoots. These are also flavors
Ya
from
le
the
hace agua.
mountains, but they
Le está haciendo agua a la
complement in
boca.
contrast with the chicken dish. Fresh instead of spicy, cold instead of hot.
Quédate con quien mire, ¿cómo sería la frase? Quédate con quien te mire igual que Paimon mira su comida, o la comida de los demás.
The crystal shrimp is made from a combination of rice, shrimp meat, and carrot.
Qué rico.
A thin, translucent skin wraps diced carrot and a whole shrimp, fresh, crispy, and tender. Shrimps are a gift from the ocean. Tightly wrapping them in a skin made
mariscos.
from rice makes this dish a blend of
¿Cómo se
lamb
me
and
antoja
sea,
comer marisco igual?
fresh with a
O
hint of
pescado.
sweetness. It's the perfect note to end this course on.
Aunque sea un tarro de
Ooh,
jurel.
a strong delivery there from Xiangling. Let's see what our next contestant Yanxiao has to say.
My dish is Adeptus Temptation with a mint salad and golden shrimp balls. As Xiangling says, earth and water means land and sea. So birds, land animals, and seafood were also the ingredients I incorporated.
¿Verdad?
Adeptus
He oído
Temptation is a much-loved dish
sobre
in
comida
Liyue.
que mezclan la
And as
carne
chef
con
of Wangshuin,
los
I've
mariscos,
always
el
been proud to
pescado.
offer this as the
Y
signature
creo que probé
specialty
uno
dish
con
of
un
our
restaurante
menu.
que estaba cerca mío.
It's a complex
Era
dish
rico,
with
era
very particular ingredients.
una
Smoked
delicia.
ham, crab, fresh shrimp meat, and matsutake. I chose this as my main dish as a sign
Matsutake.
of respect toward my profession and to this competition. The mint salad is my first side. Cool and tender with a subtle sweetness. It's a perfect answer to the rich and strong flavors of the Adeptus Temptation. Golden shrimp balls is a time-honored classic
Gouba,
loved by
no.
everyone. A hearty and wholesome broth,
Gouba,
followed up with a
mantente
shrimp
ahí.
ball. Oh, pure bliss.
Paimon can smell it from all the way over here. It's driving Paimon crazy.
Judges, please sample the dishes.
Gouba, no se coma los camarones.
Very impressive. Both contestants' dishes are well considered, expertly made, and truly delicious. I'm gonna have another golden shrimp. I mean, I shall have to sample both contestants' dishes once more before I can reach a verdict.
Now, Xiangling has taken an interesting approach here. She's chosen a cold dish as her main. I have to say, that's a bold move. It's also a unique take on Jueyun chili chicken. Although the dish as a whole is served cold, the chili peppers have been stir-fried, so they're still just a little warm on the inside. You get a nice crunch as you bite in. Then you get the spiciness and warmth all coming in together. And then just a
Picosito por dentro
hint
para
of that
mantener su calor.
wonderful
De una comida
pepperiness to
fría.
top it all off.
Una
It's quite
delicia.
simply extraordinary.
This Adeptus Temptation is quite exceptional. The triple layer consomme is also a very superlative contribution. Excellent flavor, well balanced between sweet and savory. Yes, the standard is very high.
Judges of the select panel, I will now ask you to consider your votes carefully before writing them down and handing them to me. Also, the organizing committee has selected today's audience judges, and they are now evaluating the dishes. Everyone who's been lucky enough to sample today's dishes, please consider and cast your vote independently.
How are we not involved in this? Why didn't they pick us to be judges? Paimon has buckets of passion and oodles of expertise when it comes to food. If they don't want Paimon, it's their loss.
No. Calma, Paimon. Yo te cocinaré lo mismo, lo mismo más tarde.
Yippee! For all the chefs there are in the world, and for all the amazing dishes they can cook, the fact remains that you're the one who treats Paimon the best.
Oh.
Thank you all for waiting. All votes have been received and counted, and the results have been returned to Ningguang. I now invite Ningguang to take the floor and announce the results of the Masterful Chef's finals.
It is my pleasure to announce that the winner of the Masterful Chef's finals is... by a mere 1 vote margin, Xiangling!
Por un voto.
What? How is it so close?
Yan Chao también es un gran chef.
Well, there it is. I knew it.
It was a close contest, but we have a winner. Liyue Harbor's Xiangling has beaten Dihua Marsh's Yanxiao by just 1 vote. There can only be one winner, but the fact that this was so close shows just how much both of these outstanding chefs managed to impress our judges.
Cierto.
Thank you both for
No
your
importa
stellar
quién ganó, lo
contributions
importante es
here
lo
today.
cercano que estuvieron
A
peleados.
big thank you to all the audience for being here today, especially those who have come from far and wide. As officiator, I declare the result of this competition to be fair and valid, thus bringing the Masterful Chef's finals to a close.
Thank you all for coming. Until next time.
Please exit the venue in an orderly fashion, and remember to take all of your personal belongings with you.
Come on, let's go over and take a look.
Gouba! Gouba!
Looks like I won this time, Yen Xiao. But I'd still like to try your dishes, if that's okay.
Sure, I'll have a try of yours too. Truly exquisite. No doubt in my mind why you're the winner here.
This Adeptus Temptation is really good. It's so fresh, I'm almost moved to tears.
Antojo así.
Well, just goes to show that you have a taste for the finer things in life.
Ya me dieron un
No,
antojo de
you
marisco.
got me all wrong. We're just a small neighborhood restaurant too, so I totally
Ay,
understand.
santo.
Food is
Se me
life,
antoja unos
and
mariscos ya.
customers are at the heart of all food culture.
Hasta comería
So
unas
humble
almejas.
food cooking is not to
Unas
be looked down
almejas,
upon.
unas machitas.
Is that right? Huh. I'd heard you'd gotten famous for your experimental approach to cooking and were all about fancy and exclusive foods. Never realized you'd done your time in a small kitchen, too. Well, there you have it. All the greats come from the smaller places.
The same goes for you. You can't work in an inn kitchen unless you know how to consistently please customers. It's no wonder your food is so top-notch.
You're the kind of competition I'm glad to have. Let's stay in touch. Maybe we can find some time in the future to trade tips.
You got it. And next time we meet as competitors, let's both be even better than we are now.
All right? Deal.
Traveler, Paimon! Thanks for coming. Did you get to try the food? Don't even go there. Paimon's still peeing. I can't believe it. You didn't get picked? Well, never mind. Don't get mad. I'll make some more for you when we get back. You will? Woohoo! Great! Oh, the
Pero
organizer
Paimon.
said that Yen Xiao and I need to go register our delivery addresses. Apparently, they're gonna deliver an exclusive ingredients package and the prize money at a later date. So I need to get moving. I'll come find you guys after.
De acuerdo, nos revimos.
Xiangling seems really happy. Good for her. Looks like Kuching and Ningguang left already. As the organizers, they must have gone to wrap up some last-minute things. Let's go ask them for an update about the statue.
En todo caso, hay que verlo el tema de la estatua. ¿Dónde se fue? Ah, por acá. Kuching.
Kuching, there you are.
Oh, you found me.
Huh? Is everything okay?
Pareces pensativa.
Traveler, I have found myself in something of a predicament. In the competition, I voted for Smiley Yenshao.
So you're frustrated because you can't go back and vote for Xiangling instead?
No, that's not it. As a judge, I had a duty to remain objective. I made my decision after thinking about it very carefully, and my conscience is clear. Xiangling is my friend, so by rights, I should be honest with her about this. But, as you know, I voted based purely on my personal opinion. As a contestant, Xiangling may not be able to appreciate this. And I do not know how to deal with people of her temperament. I just don't know how to break it to her.
It's no big deal. Just say it however comes naturally. Xiangling of all people isn't bothered about that kind of stuff. And anyway, she still won in the end. Oh, hey, here you are. I've been looking for you for ages.
Xiangling, there's something I need to tell you.
Díselo nomás, díselo.
What is it?
My grandfather always said to me,
In contests of food, always follow your heart. Which is to say that in gastronomical disputes, or indeed competitions, one must cast their vote for the party that they agree with. This decision must be based on one's honest thoughts, not influenced by any external factors. Of course, that was just my grandfather's opinion, but I have to say, I am inclined to think he had a point. So, despite the fact that I am your friend, I cast my vote for Smiley Yenshau's Adeptus Temptation.
Creo que te refieres a la sabódica de camarón dorado.
Well, maybe it was. I like golden shrimp balls. Is that a problem?
You were acting so serious that I honestly thought something was up. It's fine. Doesn't bother me one bit.
Huh?
You voted for who you wanted to. And that's totally okay.
Sí, pues Mawen, está todo bien.
That's exactly how it should
Hay que decirlo.
Otherwise, how could it be a fair competition?
Sí, pues.
So,
¿Cierto, Mawen?
you made a point of telling me. Is that because you were worried that it made you a bad friend?
Don't be absurd.
Didn't I say already? I love this about you. You're just so conscientious about everything.
Un shiny de la Dex. ¿Cuál te falta? ¿Cuál te falta?
To me at this stage.
¿Recuerdas a qué hora es el directo de Smash mañana? Como a las 11 más o menos, supongo. No me acuerdo muy bien. Sé que lo puso Mighty, pero no me acuerdo muy bien a qué hora era. Creo que por las 7, creo. Por las 7 de la mañana. O era las 11. No me acuerdo muy bien.
Seeking reassurance is what novices do. And it's been a long time since I was a novice. The way forward from today will only get more challenging, as will the dishes I'll need to cook. Honestly, I'll meet friends like you along the way. You have a strong sense of responsibility, Kuching. But you know, not everything is always about responsibility. Yes, you're a Qixing, but you're also you, Kuching. When you're with friends, you don't need to think about everything so thoroughly. You know that's what Ningguang's like, right? Beto's always telling me about how well she gets along with Ningguang. They even play chess aboard her ship sometimes. So you see, Ningguang's kind of bold in that she doesn't let her identity and reputation get in the way of her ability to have a good time. You can take a leaf out of her book. Outside of work, it's time to let go and relax.
Xianling le ha dado el clavo.
Traveler, Xiangling, anyway, what are we standing around here for? Let's go and check on the status of the Stove God statue.
Oh yeah! Paimon had nearly forgotten about that. Let's go see.
A ver, déjame revisar. Creo que está por acá. Creo que no está. Parece que Twitter también está entrando en mantenimiento porque tampoco se cargan las imágenes. Debe ser por la 11, sí. Bastante el cambio, sí, en todo caso. Es que igual lo hacen por esa hora, así que... Lo que sí sé que va a durar como unos 40 minutos. Porque aparte de presentar el personaje, van a dar también van a mostrar un set de movimiento y el motivo del porqué. En fin. Queda solamente poquito para que termine todos los contenidos de Smash. Fue una larga travesía muy caótica.
How strange. It hasn't changed one bit. This doesn't make any sense. We cooked our hearts out. Does this mean the competition wasn't enough to awaken the statue?
Oh well. I suppose it was simply not meant to be.
Todavía hay tiempo, no pierdes la esperanza.
Yeah, we've waited this long already. There's no harm in waiting a little longer. Right, Xiangling? Yep, there's still time. Let's be patient. We'll all see this through together.
Sí.
On another note, I have some good news for you, Kuching. Things are looking optimistic for that recipe you gave me.
Master came by before the competition and filled in the parts that were missing. So now I'll be able to cook it. In fact, I'll go find somewhere to make it right now. Wait here.
Xiangling.
Oh, and Traveler, could you come with me?
De acuerdo.
You only just beat Smiley and Chow. You think you're up for challenging us already?
Bueno, me tocó Mirror Match con Thresh. El Thresh que pega más es el que gana. Y dejé jodido al otro Thresh. Me parece perfecto, cachi. Muy bien. Yo también soy un patrono de las hornillas.
Obviously not what I meant. You collect
Oh, pobre
recipes, don't
Thresh.
you? I thought
Quedó
you'd
muy
probably
mal.
been eating this dish during your travels, so I figured I'd share it with you. Oh, right! Paimon knew that. Sheesh, we totally misread that situation.
Bien hecho, Paimon. No podríamos limitar una fracción de su poder culinario.
Jeez, careful eating your words so fast. You'll give yourself heartburn.
What are you staring at me for? Go on, go get on with your cooking.
Receta nueva. ¿Este de qué era, por cierto? Este es panecillos de maíz con carne picante. ¿Qué dice Kekin? ¿Qué dice Cuchino al respecto?
Will we ever manage to reawaken the statue?
Sí, lo haremos, sí, lo haremos. Vamos a hacer unos panecillos de maíz. Creo que había unas cuestiones de cocina por acá.
Nice and spicy.
Imagínate una palta con sabor a banana. ¿Cuál es tu fascinación por las bananas, hombre? O por lo menos para relacionar eso con el otro. Panecillos de maíz con carne picante. Es para escudos. Para protección de escudo. I'm not a banana. Creo que te quedaste bien en el
Done! So this is what the dish from the recipe looks like. Let's go give it to Kuching.
¿Verdad que tengo que mejorarle la lanza a la Rosaria? Bueno, nada que hacerle. Ambos son amarillos por dentro. En eso no te lo niego. Pero uno tiene una pepa grande, una semilla grande. La otra apenas tiene semillas. O apenas se le nota la semilla.
We're back! The Traveler and I made one each. Here, have it taste while it's still warm.
Thank you. Don't mind if I do.
What is it? What does that face mean?
This flavor. I've tasted it before.
¿Kuchin?
Apologies. Xiangling, Traveler, thank you both. This is everything I had hoped it would be.
Bueno, ambas tienen su lado bueno.
It tastes
Eso sí.
wonderful and
Ambas son
amazingly.
nutritivas.
somehow it took me right back to my childhood, when my grandfather was still around.
Oh.
Really? That's awesome! I didn't have a chance to fully explain before. In fact, when Master had filled in the missing parts of the recipe for me, I realized that I already knew how to make this dish. You already knew? You mean you were able to make this without ever seeing the recipe? Uh-huh. My dad taught me how to make it. Wait, but isn't this dish from Kuching's grandpa's notes, though?
About that, I do not believe that this recipe was my grandfather's creation. My grandfather was a well-known real estate tycoon in Liyue, and also a scholar. He was an avid collector of old books and was quite knowledgeable on many of Liyue's customs and traditions that are no longer practiced. As a child, I used to spend a lot of time with him in his study. We'd read the classics together,
then debate how much of it was actually genuine, and whether Rex Lapis was real or not. He used to say, books are just a bridge that bring us a little closer to history. It's up to those of us in later generations to ask these questions, search for the answers, and decide what they mean. Since then, my grandfather has passed on, and I've grown up to become a Chising. My views on Rex Lapis have changed in this time too, from myth to reality. For me, the name Rex Lapis is inextricably wound up with memories of my grandfather. Whenever I see his name written down, it always reminds me of sitting in my grandfather's study, seeing all of his notes. As I said earlier, this recipe came from those same notes. It's an ancient dish that he was trying to restore to its original form. But, unfortunately, without the full recipe, he never quite succeeded. Still, each time he tried cooking it, he'd always get me to have a taste while it was still warm. The memories. This really is the taste of my childhood.
Ancient
Ay,
dish?
cosita.
Are cornbread buns really that old?
Sí.
Well, at least in my family it is. My dad learned how to make it from his dad, and supposedly it's been passed down that way for generations. We call them chili mince cornbread buns. They're a traditional folk food snack, easy to pack up and take with you on the road, so they're the perfect thing to eat on the go.
¿Qué pasa, Gouba?
Seeing Gouba just reminded me of something. I actually made this dish on the day I first met Gouba.
How did you
¿Sí?
first meet?
It was in a cave in the mountains. I ducked inside to get out of the rain and saw an offering table in there, so I put the cornbread buns I'd brought with me on it. Then I ended up falling asleep, and when I woke up, I found out that Gouba had eaten every last one.
Pero
Gouba followed me
Gouba.
around ever since. We're practically family now. Hold up! Stop the conversation. Look! The stone!
Uh,
Burst open!
¿Es Gouba?
Gouba? What are you... What?
Ah, I see the chili mince cornbread buns have been served.
Master! Granny, look! The stove god statue looks just like Gouba!
Oh, indeed it does. After all, Gouba is the deity you've been searching for. God of the stove.
Gouba...
What?
God?
¿El panzoncito es el patrón de las hornillas?
You asked me if a sufficiently festive atmosphere would be enough to reawaken the stove god. And my answer is this. Yes. And no. The stove god has always been a deity with great affection for the people, and who acts in response to their desires. To him, the heart's passions and the heart's desires are
sorprende que no sea
not
Paimon,
the
de por
same
sí.
thing. Passion can be a technique, a skill, something derived from experience. But desires, they are deeper, more innate.
Se cayó la
They
eShop
are
de
the
Nintendo, ¿en
heart's
serio?
strength in its purest form.
¿En serio se nos cayó la eShop de Nintendo? Chuta. Debe ser porque están comprando el juego, comprando algunos juegos, porque igual el Metroid Red se lo están pidiendo mucho. Pero debe ser por algo más. O también será mantenimiento del servidor.
Masterful chefs is wonderfully exciting, but it is more an exercise of passion than of desire. And passion alone will not suffice to reawaken the stove god from his deep slumber. But just now, when Kuching ate this dish he had longed for,
¿Viste?
a deeply held desire was fulfilled. As well as receiving an answer to a question, she also gained
ya sé
something
por
much
qué.
more precious. A moment of poignant nostalgia so vivid, it felt
Debe ser
like
porque
she
están
was
implementando
right there alongside her
la nueva... El nuevo plan de pago de la membresía de Nintendo. Ese que viene con los juegos de Nintendo 64. Qué mal, yo quería jugar el Paper Mario igual.
The enormous power unleashed by the fulfillment of this desire resonated with the stove god's statue, and caused it to manifest once more the form it took in the past. Of course, the stove god himself is not contained within the statue. The true stove god has been here with us all along. How does it feel, seeing a statue of yourself from your glory days? Look at him. Still so majestic.
Glory days? Wait, what happened? Did Gouba used to be different from now?
Oh, yes. Back in his day, your Gouba was once the patron god of the soil. But all the wisdom and power he had then, he has since surrendered to the soil itself.
A god surrendering their power to the soil. I have heard this turn of phrase before, but what does it mean?
The kinds of trials and tribulations that a land can face are far more than you could imagine. Droughts, floods, torrential rain, hurricanes, earthquakes, tsunamis, fires, and plagues. The threat of disaster will never fully disappear from Liyue. Even woes that have never been faced before in history will come to pass in the future. Such things affect you mortals far more than we Adepti, with our immortal forms. He once walked with you over the barren plains until you arrived at last at the harbor. He joined you in building your dwellings and lighting the stoves.
¿Qué pasa?
It was his hand that lit the very first street lamp of Liyue and brought the aroma of cooked food into every household in the land. You mortals no longer remember him, but back in the age when you did, he was the closest of all the Adepti to the common folk.
A ver.
Marchosius, god of the stove, born from a spark when stone struck stone. He was a god with a great love for humanity and their well-being. Millennia ago, the people sought to expand their city. They built a dwelling on the plains and called it the Gweli Assembly. The stove god cared greatly for the people, turning himself into minions who went into every home, fostering food and solidarity alike. Alas, their home was taken by a flood. The waters ravaged the Gweli Assembly and forced the people back south to Liyue Harbor.
Y mi Telegram es
Though the distance was
demasiado
not far,
furro.
the journey was plagued by a
Entonces no creo que
terrible
usemos
storm.
Telegram.
For a dozen days, the
No, sé lo más
Adepti
seguro que puede
stayed
haber.
by their
Es
side.
que no vamos a dar
During
por
this
perdido las
time,
redes sociales
Stove
ahora.
God cooked an ancient delicacy, flatbread with a meat sauce to stave off the cold and damp, fit for those on the move.
Miren, los Gouba están ayudando a la gente.
Centuries later, disaster and plague arose once more. The stove god would appear no longer, for he placed all of his power into the land itself to quell the calamities. His power expended, and his wits greatly reduced. Thus his body decreased in size. By the time he parted ways with us, he wasn't even the height of a human. He told Rex Lapis and I of the dishes that bring joy and of the secrets of the flame, then went into the mountains and entered into a long slumber.
Me asustaste, poto. Pero no te pongas encima de mi ropa. A ver.
The stove god departed, and Gouba was born. When he awoke, he ate the chili mince cornbread buns placed on the offering table by a young lady in yellow. Though he did not remember the past, he was profoundly moved and decided to follow this young lady thereafter.
Para mantener balance.
The stove god had quietly disappeared, but the vendors rose early
Así
to
como
hawk their
bufean, también
wares.
nerfean.
People went out to buy goods, lit their stoves, and cooked food, just as they had done every day for as long as they could remember.
Me gusta esa imagen de Liyue.
In Liyue, things have always been this way.
Eshdaha, Morats y Gouba, los adeptos.
Nature provides, the mountains rejoice. We are blessed by heaven's good
Ahí
grace.
está Madame Pink. Ahí está Xiao.
Years
Ganyu.
have gone by. The world has
Ife.
transformed, but our way of
Yanfei.
life survives.
Tutao arriba. Sichu y Sonjun abajo, la Chichi también. Beidou en las tormentas.
Fame and fortune is only a season.
Ningguan.
It is the moment that we should embrace.
Y los chiquillos.
Past meets present. Heritage becomes legacy.
No
Long
me,
into
no
the
me
future
muestren esa
may we
lanza que no lo
fly.
tengo. Esa lanza me
Told
sirve
me
de...
that dining is the
pase
profoundest
batalla.
of customs in the human world. To eat well is to consume vitality itself, and to drink well is to partake of the very essence of the world.
Lo más seguro que Taylor también están haciendo, entre comillas, mantenimiento, pero es porque se está, como no hay personas hablando por WhatsApp o hablando por Face, se está repletando muchas personas allí.
It is a matter of paramount importance, you said, for people cannot face the arduous journey ahead on an empty stomach. At once a humble affair and a profound one. A humble meal of maize and spring water is also profound in that. By ensuring one's survival, it paves the way for millennia of human history and culture to come. My dear friend, Liyue has changed so much while you have slept. Looking at the prosperity and beauty around us today, does it make you happy?
Gouba, this is kind of a huge deal. Why didn't you say anything?
Quizá le ignora.
He is not who he once was. Even the power of speech evades him now. There is no way he could have told you.
Oh,
Gouba, but...
Xiangling.
Do not be saddened, Xiangling. There are two sides to everything. Gouba may have lost many of his formal faculties, but he is now as carefree as can be, without a single worry in the whole world. In this world we inhabit, who can truly be said to live a life free of all woes? Those with a mind and with the knowledge will certainly be troubled by all manner of things. But he has gone further than us in his journey. He had both wisdom and courage. Everything he took upon himself, he was also ready to part with. His carefree demeanor today is a testament to the fact that he is at rest. So since you are his friend, take good care of him. Go out to walk and play. Allow him to eat, drink, and be merry.
I will! You can count on me!
Xiangling, you have an adeptal affinity. Gouba follows you around because he has respect for you. The moment he awoke, he was met with a familiar flavor in the chili mince cornbread buns he ate. After all that time, he still recognized the dish he had invented, and he approved of you as the one who had cooked it.
That's right. The taste of one's home cuisine always brings back memories of home. Though he remembered nothing, eating the food you had cooked gave him a feeling of familiarity. That is why
Esto
he
cambia
stuck
mucho la
by you.
perspectiva hacia Gouba.
You may be the first person in history to give the stove god the experience of being a satisfied customer. That makes you quite a remarkable chef.
Yo también adoro la cocina de Xiangling.
If that's true, I couldn't be happier. Because putting a smile on customers' faces is what we chefs are called to do.
Well then, it's getting late and I still have things to do. Time for me to say goodbye. Traveler, Paimon, Xiangling, thank you all very much. I look forward to spending more time together in the future.
Muy bien, te estaremos esperando.
I guess my dad's probably heard the good news already, but I should still go catch up with him. Master, it's been a while since you came by. Why don't you join me? He thinks about you all the time, you know. He's always telling me to invite you over.
Oh, goodness me. Then, far be it from me to refuse. Off we go, then. Let's saunter over gently and see how all the city folk are getting along.
Dirígete al restaurante Warming. Así cambia mucho la perspectiva del mapache glotón. Vamos entonces a hablar con el papá.
Hi, Dad. I'm back. Hey, what are you doing there? I should be the one handling that.
Capa.
Oh no, Gouba's taken off.
Mira quién es. Oh.
Oh, it's you. Hello there, old friend.
Oh, bless my soul. Are you out for a stroll as well?
Given the season, it felt fitting to take a leisurely walk while the meal is being prepared.
Quite right. And it also gave us the chance to run into
Finalmente,
you.
Madame Ping y
Gouba
Song
may
Li
not
se encontraron.
recognize you, but as ever, he seems quite delighted to see you.
So, Gouba doesn't remember anything, but can still feel when something's familiar?
Lo más seguro es que sí.
Friendship will always withstand the ravages of time. Traveler, what do you think of the name of this festival? Moon Chase.
Evocador y estacional.
The moon is a carrier of countless emotions. So many things only seem to surface as we gaze up beneath its poignant glow. Wherever the moonlight shines, the heart is wont to follow. Fond memories of those no longer with us. Debts of gratitude to old friends. The meaning of ages past and gone. All wrapped up in the city that has existed for so many moons to date. All these things and more. They are why people chase the moon.
In old age, the sight of many things puts one in a wistful mood. But children are always a beautiful sight to see. Such exuberant life force. It seems to well up from deep within the land itself. A land that has been in existence for so many millennia, and yet one that still dazzles today.
Quizás eso es lo que define a Live.
Traveler, this Moon Chase Festival has been all the more entertaining with you here to witness it. Now, let's have Xiangling brew us a nice pot of tea. We shall drink and chat at our leisure.
Y se terminó.
Try the winning dish of this year's Masterful Chef.
Fue una bonita experiencia. Una muy bonita experiencia, a pesar de que no hubo mucha pelea, pero se contó mucho de lo que era Gouba en sí. Había que aprovechar. Eso y para no dejarlo pendiente para más rato. Aunque me falta todavía para la última parte del evento de mañana. Que creo que hay más peleas o era más, encontrar más tesoros. Y además que hay que gastar los talismanes que encontramos. Lo más seguro es que nos va a pedir cambiarlo. Cambiarlo por otra cosa.
Everyone's here to eat. What should I cook? Let me think. I've got some fowl and some fish and shrimp meat, so I can do 2 snack dishes. Yes, and a few stir fries. Everyone's gonna love it.
Me falta solamente el tumulto monstruoso.
Let's go out and play. In the name of the Prinzessin.
Vámonos a Inazuma porque ahí es donde dejé las cosas pendientes. Vamos a darle un poquito de pelea. Lo más seguro que va a pelear. Ah, sí. Son slimes de hielo, al parecer.
By royal decree.
Take this! Thunderclap!
Ah, falta esa también.
Leave it all to me. I'll catch up.
Odds reveal by
Take this!
Listo. Creo que no queda más acá. Y pues ya estamos terminando esta parte del stream, así que voy a recoger todo lo que me falta aquí. Y espera que después del descansito me acuerdo que tengo que volver a streamear. Voy a pasarme a Metroid Prime 3 para por lo menos continuar con lo que me quedaba de allí. Pero bueno, estuvo entretenido la historia. No fue tan tedioso. Hablaron mucho, sí, pero no fue muy tedioso tampoco.
This realm is
A ver, ¿qué tienda? Ah, sí, necesito esto. Para otro rato de farmeo.
If you ever have any questions about the realm within, you may ask me.
A ver, no me queda nada más. Bueno, que estaría recogiendo las cosas, pero parece que no hay mensajes nuevos. Así que vamos a dejar el streaming del Genshin hasta aquí. Y volveré en un ratito, ¿ya? Sí, voy a volver un ratito. No voy a dejarlo pendiente. Así que nos vemos, chiquillos. Cuídense mucho. Gracias por asistir.